Screaming live in Kansas City, a station made by the people, for the people. You know, they say power is in the influence. Influence being the holder of knowledge. Now we ask, how does one hold knowledge? Shit, it's time to start somewhere. Let's kick this out, KC. You're listening to Fact Radio.
Hey, what's up? This your girl, Bristol. Hey, you listening to my homeboy, King Day, on Fact Radio.
Yo, what's the deal, man? It's your boy, Northside Resi, man. And you are now tuning in to Fact Radio, man, with my man, King David. Thank you.
Hey, man, this your boy, Fully Gone, man. Dot Boy Music in the building. This is Fact Radio.
Welcome to Fact Radio, ladies and gentlemen. I'm your host, King Dave. Let's get this cracking. Let's turn up, KC.
I don't got no time. I ain't tryna play games with ya. Might as well even me like I came with ya. And I want you to reach when I hang with ya. Yeah. I don't got no time. Just wanna get you in your zone. Take you home, turn you on till you lose the clothes. Tell me what I gotta do, gotta get you going. I like you, yeah. Think you're cool, yeah. I can picture me and you together. I can picture me and you forever. Raindrop, drop top, no pressure. Heard you smoking good, but baby, I got better. Hold up. Don't you know how I move? Don't you act so confused? I can love you better. Tell me what you need to get you going. Tell me what you need to get you going. Tell me what you need to get you going. I can love you better. Tell me what you need to get you going. Tell me what you need to get you going. Tell me what you need to get you going. I don't got no time. I ain't tryna play games with ya. Might as well even me like I came with ya. And I want you to reach when I hang with you. I don't got no time. I just wanna get you in your zone. Take you home, turn you on till you lose the clothes. Tell me what I gotta do, gotta get you going. I'm trying to get you started. Something like a brand new car. Baby, I can make you my girlfriend, but only if you want it. Cause you got everything I want inside a room. But don't make me spell it. You, I'm the L-O-V-E, truthfully, I wanna kiss K-I-S-S, you wanna caress you, baby, you got what I need. So come along, yeah. Come along, yeah. Come along, yeah. Cause I can waste no time. I don't got no time. I ain't tryna play games with ya. Might as well even me like I came with ya. And I want you to reach when I hang with ya. Yeah. I don't got no time. Just wanna get you in your zone. Take you home, turn you on till you lose the clothes. Tell me what I gotta do, gotta get you going. Yeah, I like you. Yeah, you think you're cool. Really do. I can picture me and you together. For real. I can picture me and you forever. Yeah. Raindrop, drop top, no pressure. Heard you smoking good, but baby, I got better. Hold up. Don't you know how I move? Don't you act so confused? Like, I can love you better. I can. Tell me what you need to get you going. Tell me what you need to get you going. Tell me what you need to get you going. I can love you better. I can. Tell me what you need to get you going. Tell me what you need to get you going. Tell me what you need to get you going. I don't got no time.
Yo, what's the deal, man? It's your boy, King Dave. We live on this Sunday. I got my guy in here, man. Fred Avery. What's happening, man? How you doing?
What's going on? I'm good, man. Appreciate you having me. I really appreciate it.
Man, you like the early bird gets the worm, huh? You up and at it early.
Yeah, man, I got to, man. You know, the days are busy, so we got to get it going.
Right, so for the people that don't know you, man, and know what you do, man, tell the people a little bit about yourself, man, who you are.
Okay. Well, my name is Fred Avery, born and raised in Wyandotte County, graduated from Sligo. From there, I went on to college, got my degree in finance, in business with an emphasis in finance from UMKC. Now I'm currently an asset manager, so I work at a company as a financial advisor, entrepreneur on the side / investor. So that's just a little bit about me and who I am.
That's what's up, man. That's a lot about you. You got your hands in a lot of cookie jars.
Yeah, a lot, man. Real estate, dealing with the stock market on a regular basis, digital currency. So any kind of investments, man, I'm dipping and dabbing in it. So it's just something I do on a regular basis.
So like you said, man, you multifaceted with you. When did your interest, or when did you decide that your interest was finance?
Man, it's a funny story how that came along, man. So I remember being in high school and, you know, just being me, and, you know, I had got exposed to a mentor, and from there my life changed, man. So I was in this little mentoring program. I was getting in trouble in school, you know, the usual story, fighting and all that nonsense.
Right.
And I remember one of the teachers, I don't know if you remember or not, but Mr. Jones, Keith Jones.
Yeah, I remember Mr. Jones. He was cool in man.
Yeah, he had that little mentoring program, and he had these guys come in, and they came into the classroom, and they spoke to the class. And I saw one of the guys sitting down at the table on his own, and I just went over and introduced myself, and, you know, just trying to get to know him a little bit. And that guy became my mentor. He was a CEO of a grain company. And then he just branched me out to all of his network, man, and that changed my life, man. So
really? Who is the guy?
His name. So one of the guys that's really been influential to my life was a guy named Mike Huffer, who was the CEO. Well, not the CEO, but the vice president of CVS Caremark, and now he's the CEO of this innovative pill company, or this pill bottle company. They have this innovative product where I guess the pill bottle sends alerts to the patient's doctors. Whenever they're not taking their medication. So now he's the CEO of that. But, yeah, man, this guy's been, you know, I remember him coming to my basketball games in high school and taking me to his house and introducing me to different people, some of his network, and they all just poured into me, man. And that really changed my life. That really got me, you know, passionate about investing, because I see these guys. I mean, one of the guys sold a company for like $80 million.
Wow.
You know, seeing these type of people.
Money.
Yeah, you know, seeing these type of people, you know, on a regular basis, you know, they begin to influence you. And it's all about exposure. You know, they changed the way I saw the world, you know.
Right. That's the one thing that I really got from it. You know, you
Yeah.
had the opportunity to have a mentor or someone that showed you the life outside of the norm for you. So
Absolutely.
it opened you up. So why do you feel like the community is lacking those type of people? Or are those people still out there and the kids just don't know how to find them?
Well, it really comes down to this, man. Like as I mentioned before, it's all about exposure. I was fortunate enough to get the exposure. But I feel like a lot of the people, I don't know, the average person, you know, when they make it, they forget to reach back and bring somebody up. So that's why my number one rule whenever I'm dealing with anybody, whenever I'm pouring into somebody is, okay, if I help you, I only ask one thing, and that's that you reach back and bring the next brother up behind you.
Right.
So that's kind of like the lost art right now. You know, we as a people, you know, as a young professional, I see a lot of people that's doing good, that's doing all right. But they forget to reach back and bring that person up and show them the game. Everybody just so secretive and trying to hide it.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
It's almost like they just don't want to see other people successful.
Exactly.
And then that goes to one thing that I was reading the other day. It's like racism.
Yeah.
You know, the root word of race.
Yeah.
And then you got ism.
Exactly.
You know, to be for. That's
Exactly.
you. So I think black people need to learn how to be more racist. You know, we got to support our race. That's the whole thing. As white, as a whole nother culture out there, you know, even Hispanics, all of them, they are racist towards each other. They only mess with their race.
Exactly.
They for their race. That's what separates it, you know.
Exactly.
And as a black culture, I don't think we racist enough.
Well, in my opinion, when it comes down to black people and some of the issues that we have, you got to realize a lot of this stuff is systematic. You know what I mean? A lot of this stuff is 300, 500 years ago, and it's still, you know, just happening over and over and over again. You know, it's just like a cycle, man. I mean, we still haven't been able to shake off the scars of slavery. So, you know, we still got some of those same habits, and, you know, it's just, we out here bad, man. We hurt, man.
It's all good, though. We're going to put something together. We got to be able to do something. We got to be able to make it some kind of way. So within that, the lack of knowledge of, or what we're learning, why do you feel like as a culture we don't understand investing or actually getting into financing? Because I ain't gonna, my grandpa wasn't into it. You hit
it right on the head. You hit it right on the head. I mean, you got to realize when it comes to different cultures and investing, their parents, their great grandparents, all of them, instilled that in them at a young age. For us, man, for example, my parents didn't go to college. They don't have college degrees. They don't know nothing about investing. Their parents don't know nothing about investing. And then their great grandparents and great great grandparents were probably slaves. You know what I mean? So
right.
You got to realize we come from places where our lineage is not made of money. You know what I mean? Right. So they don't understand money. And a lot of people didn't take the time to go in and learn about money. So it's really just like, it's all about your upbringing. I mean, for me, I'm going to break the cycle for my seed, of course, but that's just kind of one of the things we got to do, because a lot of our parents weren't fortunate enough to go out there and learn about investing. And a lot of them are not even, educated in that area at all. So I mean, they can't tell you about college. They can't tell you about investing if it's something they never experienced themselves.
So what if somebody was to be like, all right, I want to invest? Like right now they could be listening to this and be like, oh, man, I'm about to go invest tomorrow. What would you tell that person?
I would tell that person to definitely do that and just keep it simple. I mean, to me, investing is just all – if you a person that's out in the open and you seeing what's happening on a day-to-day basis, I mean, you should be able to understand investments. I mean, not the fundamental analysis and all that stuff going into the numbers and all that, but it's all common sense. For example, when you pull out your phone, me and you look at our phones right now. What kind of phones do we got in our hands right now? iPhones, right? So if I'm gonna buy an iPhone, right? That means I'm adding money to their revenues, and their sales and different things of that nature. So if I'm a buy an iPhone, there's no reason why I shouldn't take part in owning Apple stock to get some of that appreciation. You know what I mean? Because people gonna buy iPhones regardless, and I know I'm gonna buy an iPhone, so why wouldn't I go buy the stock and own the stock? So when a new iPhone come out and all them people go rush and buy the iPhone, I get to take advantage of some of that appreciation that the stock is gonna get, and I become an owner versus just a consumer of the product. You know what I mean?
There we go, man. That's a lot of knowledge, man. We got the guy, Fred Avery, in the building, man. Let him know where you at.
Man, we here with Fact Radio, man.
Well, we're gonna be right back, man.
Ran me up a check, now I'm living
Hey, man, it's your boy, King Dave. You listening to Fact Radio on this good Sunday, man, with my guy, Fred. We got to pay the bills, but we'll be right back with more. So let's stay tuned, Kansas City.
Discover and save your favorite radio stations by registering on Radionomy.com. On Radionomy.com, you can completely customize your experience.
I said, shawty so fine, yeah, she like that. Yeah, we kiss French in hell, man, it's it right back.
What's going on, Kansas City? We right back with you with Fred Avery, man. That was your brother right there said, man. Y'all,
Yes, sir.
y'all just like talented or something, man. What y'all guys got?
Man, we
what
trying
y'all
to get
been
it.
eating?
Man, we trying to get it, man. You know, I feel like that's a common thing in my family. I feel like we got a lot of entrepreneurs, so everybody trying to do their thing, man. So
Shout your peoples out, man. Who your peoples is?
Man,
They all out here doing different stuff.
man, I got my little brother Cedric. You know, he doing the clothing line and stuff like that. My mom, man, she's been owning our own daycare for like 25 years, and so we working together on a project right now as well. I got my sister; she has her own little company as well, where she does like custom pieces and things of that nature.
Right.
So, I mean, just entrepreneurs, man. Everybody
Right.
trying to get it.
That's
Everybody
what's
trying to
up.
get
Then
it,
you
man.
got Baby Thor. The other friend.
He got his little bodybuilding company. Yeah, man. Everybody doing it.
You
man.
was working out with him for a minute, huh? Did he
Yeah,
put you out the gym?
Nah.
He look like he's steady going.
Man, he going hard, man. Shout out to him, man. He going hard, man. I wish I could go that hard, but I ain't got it in me, man. I really don't.
That's what's up, man. So, you know, you already mentioned, you know what I'm saying, you come from the same area as I do. You know, and we know the community that we from and how it is coming up. It's hard to stay focused. You was blessed enough to have a role model, a mentor. But, like, what did you do for yourself to try to stay focused? You know what I mean? Like, through college or any of it?
I mean, so my story was a little funny. I mean, I was kind of, I don't know, I remember getting in trouble in high school. My turnaround point was when I got into a little scuffle at school.
Right.
And after the fight or whatever, we had to go into like a hearing, man. And I remember they had us like raising our hands and all this other stuff. And they told me what my punishment was, what they were planning on doing. They were like, Fred, we're going to suspend you for 186 days. I looked at my daddy like, what? Oh, no. So after they did all that, you know, and I went and played with them and was like, please just give me another chance, you know. Once they gave me another chance, man, I just turned everything around. I was good on everything, man.
Yeah,
so,
you tried it.
yeah, man, I was going to have to, they were talking about kicking me out of school, man. I'm like, man, nah, that ain't my character at all,
You want
man.
to finish school. You know?
Exactly. So that changed my life, man. So ever since that happened, that was my junior year in high school, I believe. Yeah, it was my junior year, man. I was wilding that year. But ever since that happened, man, changed my life around and just stayed motivated, man, because I wasn't even going to go to college. It was funny how it happened. So when I applied for college, I applied for UMKC on the last day. I got a text from one of the mentors. It's like, man, I used my last $35. I could not make this story up.
Right.
So on the last day, I had $35. The application fee was $35. And I used that last $35, pay for the application. I got accepted on probation. So I was like, man. So I had to meet up with this guy every week, every month or whatever, man. It was crazy. And just having that experience, man, I wanted to prove everybody wrong because it was like, you know, I got accepted on probation. I had to go to all these meetings. So that
they already had said you was going to fail from the beginning.
Exactly,
you know?
Man. They wasn't expecting me to do good, you know. So going there, doing all that stuff, man, it was just crazy. So after having to meet up with that guy, my first semester came out with like a 3.875, just trying to prove everybody wrong, man. Almost got a 4.0. So ever since then, man, I just gained a lot of confidence in myself. I feel like it ain't nothing I can't do, man, and I really believe that. Sometimes you hear people say that,
right? But
I'm a different type of dude. I don't just say it, man. I believe that in my core, man.
Right.
There's nothing I can't do. Like I really believe that. Like I've got to experience a lot of stuff, man. Traveled out of the country, then did a lot of good stuff, man, and I just feel like I can do it.
The world is yours at this point.
Man,
so let's get into it, man. What you doing right now, your venture that you and your mom's going on. You mentioned that briefly before. What's up with this Avery Villages, man? What's going on with that?
So what we trying to do, man? We purchased a building, the old medical lodges. the Medical Lodge is east off of 63rd and Leavenworth Road. What we're trying to do is put together what's called a youth residential center for children between the ages of 5 and 17. What motivated me to do that, my mom is currently a foster parent, man, and I just seeing the impact that she's been able to have on the youth, man, it's like, you know, just got to figure. I had to figure out a way to give back and be able to help out. So I collabed with her on that, and just basically expanding what she's already doing, the impact that she's making on these kids' life.
So she's been doing this for 20 years. It's not
man,
nothing
yeah,
new
yeah. When it comes to kids, man, she's an expert, bro.
Right.
Yeah.
And that's crazy. Like you mentioned, the impact that it would have on someone's life to be able to have somewhere to stay.
Exactly.
Where you're comfortable, you know, you're able to go to school and have the opportunities like you would say you had yourself.
Absolutely. Like, and as I mentioned before, it's all about exposure. It's funny, man. Frederick Douglass had a quote, man. His quote was, "It's easier to build strong children than to repair broken men." And that really kind of touched me and impacted me. I'm like, yeah, that's true. So if we can find a way to impact these youth before they get to an age where it's going to be a lot harder to turn them around, we're going to do that, man. I got a lot of ideas in mind, and just you know, like as I mentioned before, the mentorship. So I'm planning on bringing in doctors, lawyers, attorneys, all these different professionals to come in and have these conversations with these people, man. So
that's something amazing, man. So how's it going? You know, I seen you was trying to put together a committee meeting. What's going on with that?
Like,
what's that all about?
We're currently at the stage where we had our planning and zoning meeting. We got a unanimous approval there. Our next step is August 31st, man. We need as much support from Wyandotte County as we can get as possible to come down to the meeting, and just all you got to do really is just raise your hand and just say you in favor of the project. So that's kind of what we're doing. That's August 31st at 7 p.m. So as many people we can get from the city to come out and support us, you know, as we try to help out our youth.
It's just as simple as coming down and raising your hand.
Just as simple as coming down saying we are in favor, you know, because we've had some opposition, but we're working through that right now as we speak. It's funny, I just got a call from somebody as we talking right now, as I'm sure it's about the project. So, yeah, man, it's just all about rallying up support in Wyandotte County.
Right, that's what it's really about. And where do they got to go to on August 31st?
August 31st, the address is 707. It's the Federal Building downtown off of 7th Street.
Okay.
Yeah.
At the Federal Building, man.
Yeah.
I know which one you're talking about.
Yeah, I think it's the Municipal Building or something like that. I can't remember the exact name, but I know it's off 7th Street. 707 North 7th Street or something like that.
Right. So we got to get the community out for that, man. Avery Villages, that's a big thing, man. Honestly, I commend y'all for wanting to do it, you know what I mean? Like having that in your heart. And I've been knowing y'all for years, so I already know, you know what I'm saying, that's something that you're more than capable of doing efficiently. You know what I mean? Like you said, you get your head focused on something and you just go straight at it.
Absolutely. That's the only way to do it, man.
That's what's up. So let's get to it. What is your view on today's youth and today's community?
Man, that's a good question. So I can definitely tell you, man, I'm seeing a trend, man. I feel like the trend is we're not really moving in the right direction, you know, and that's why, like I said, I want to figure out how I can help be the change I want to see. But my opinion, man, is they lost, bro. I mean, I'm gonna keep it 100 with you. I feel like they lost, man. A lot of the music that they listening to, they kind of forgetting that this is just entertainment, and they're thinking that this is people's reality, and they going out and manifesting this in their own lives. You know what I mean? So they all of them on drugs, and you know what I mean. They wilding, man. They need help, man. They need exposure, and they don't even know they need help. That's the bad part about it.
That is the worst part about it. That what they giving, but it's what they giving as a media. That's why Fact Radio to me is meant to provide people with positive information, and the music is for entertainment because you have to keep somebody engaged. But you don't take this music, this entertainment art, and turn it into your daily life because these people ain't even living how they saying they living.
You hit it right on the head, man, and that's the one thing about the youth. They don't realize that. So I don't know. I know it's gonna be a way, man, that we're gonna be able to get this turned around.
It ain't over. Let's go, man. This is another cut right here. Stay tuned. I got Fred Avery in the building. It's Fact Radio.
Yes, sir.
Make sure you tell a friend, man. This show will be airing later on today, too. So make sure you tune in.
Young Black America. Young Black America.
Let me get a song.
Young Black America. Young Black America. Young black America. Young black America. Young black America.
Man, trying to spread the
Man,
message, huh?
Just trying to spread my truth, man.
So do anybody approach you to mentor them or to get information? Have you been approached by anybody?
I have, but not on a regular basis or anything like that. You know, I got a few people I talk to. Surprisingly, a lot of the people I talk to are around my age, or some of them even older. But you know, that's about it for real. I don't have like. I had one young guy I was working with, but other than that, that's about it. That's why I'm looking to do that facility, man, so I can have a vast amount of kids that I can pour into.
Right, that you can spread that knowledge to.
Yes, sir.
So you are willing to give the information even to somebody like our age on investing and how to flip that money. Do you have some good investment tips like for the current market or what's really booming right now?
Man, as far as like that goes, man, I try not to like just really throw out any broad things. You know, it's kind of like one of those things. You just got to do your homework. But somebody called me on some one-on-one type stuff. Right. And yeah, I'm definitely open to talk a little bit more openly about it. But I try not to put out like an opinion like to the masses or something like that. If something happened and it go wrong, and then everybody coming back pointing at Fred. Well, listen to hear what he said on Fact Radio. Yeah. So yeah, if it's more of a one-on-one type deal, then I could talk to you about some stuff. But I try not to really put out no specific investments. Right. To like the masses or anything like that.
Like I want to get into like penny stocks because you know I ain't balling, I ain't rich yet, but maybe if I could put like 10 cents. How does it work? Like, is it a certain amount of pennies that I have to spend to get a?
So the penny stock thing is a little different. It's actually that's a misconception, man. The penny stock deal. So technically, if you going by the book, I believe it's any stock trading under $5 is considered a penny stock.
Okay.
But to speak to what you are talking about, the penny, like stuff that's trading for pennies and different things of that nature, you got to be careful with a lot of that stuff, man, because not saying that all of them are bad, but you got to realize, man, some of those companies like are companies that are worth less than like $1 million and stuff like that. They just kind of some fly by night, threw something together real quick, and now I done made it somewhat public to where, you know, people like yourself can invest in it, and it's an easy way to lose money. Right. You know, it's not a lot of ways you can do a lot of due diligence on stuff like that. You can't really, it's not, because you can't find a lot of information on it. Right.
So do you look at the stuff that show up on like CNN and shit, like the NASDAQ? And,
I follow the Dow. I follow all the major markets pretty much. So I'm looking at everything, man. I've looked at, man, anything from the marijuana stocks on down to I take a look at everything, man. Right. I'm gonna be quite honest with you, and you know, it's really about what you're interested in, man. I mean, I think, you know, you got to really be futuristic, man. You got to think about what's coming. Like, what's the next wave? What's the next move that's coming? So, like, for me, I believe that that's artificial intelligence, you know, with the robots and all that kind of stuff.
You're one of those.
Yeah. So I'm looking at that, and I believe that.
I was looking at, like, renewable energy. What you think about renewable energy?
I don't know enough about renewable energy to really give an educated opinion on renewable energy. I know it's something that they've been dealing with for a long time, and it's been supposed to pop for a long time, and it's still... As far as I've known, it still hasn't really taken off like it's supposed to be. But like I said, the technology, I still believe that eventually marijuana is going to get legalized on a national level. So the federal law, you know, it's legally. I mean, it's illegal on a federal level, but you know, on a state by state level, it's legal. So once we can remove, you know, as far as that play, you know, that specific play, as far as the investments into that. Once it becomes legal federally, then I think that market has a potential to take off because it's big business, man. It's a lot of tax money. You know, the government can't deny all the tax money that's being made off of that industry and that business. So, like I said, technology.
So is this something that you're able to invest in now with it not being legal on a federal level?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Okay. There's a lot of different. I mean, if you go and type in marijuana ticker symbols, you'll see a bunch of things, but like I said, you got to really do your due diligence on a lot of that stuff because a lot of these or some of these plays are just little mom and pop plays, and it's been some scams going on. So you got to just do your homework. That's why I said I don't really recommend. That's more aggressive stuff.
Right.
For me, if I was starting out, I would be putting my money into like. You ain't gonna make a killing off of this. You ain't gonna hit home runs off of stuff like this. But the FANG stock, Facebook, Apple, Netflix, Google,
Right.
Those type of,
They call it
Amazon.
FANG stocks.
Yeah, FANG. Yeah,
FANG.
FANG. Yeah.
Okay, well, look, now I'm about to look into the FANG stock. So Amazon, I seen the dude that owns Amazon is richer than Bill Gates or something now.
Yeah, Jeff Bezos, man. That
he the number one guy now. I heard.
Yeah. Well,
Is it? Is it
I believe it's true.
We right
his
here.
stock has been rallying here lately. Amazon has been just killing it. But man, they trying to create a monopoly over everything, man. So
Right.
Amazon,
They got a
they the
grocery store
future.
now?
Yeah, they are the future, man. So I believe he did just pass him up, but I don't know how. I don't know what the impact was. Yeah.
Let's say it was briefly.
You said briefly. Yeah, that's why I was saying.
$6 billion.
I was just saying. I don't know if he still is, because right after they had their earnings report, Amazon stock started to get hammered a little bit. It was down like 2 or 3%, if I'm not mistaken. So that that all has an impact on his net worth. Yeah, so that's just how it is, though. So if your stock rally and you have all this ownership within this stock, then that impacts your net worth. So
Right.
his net worth rallied for a little bit,
Right.
and then the earnings came out like the next day or something like that, and then that earnings report once that earnings report came out, then the investor consensus, I guess, it wasn't happy about what happened. So with that being said, they started to sell some of the stocks, and
The
that brought
investor
down
consensus.
Yeah. So like the
Cool.
investment community,
They wasn't liking it.
Exactly. So so that impacted the stock, which then had an impact on his net worth, which then made him not the richest person. Everything happens. Yeah.
Does it happen that quick a lot? I mean, I know you pay attention to money. You're a money guy.
It can. This ain't a regular conversation though. The richest person in the world. I mean,
Right.
You had the two, some of the heavy hitters like Bill Gates and Warren Buffett and all that, but Amazon went from, like, if I'm not mistaken, it was trading around maybe between $300 and $500, and now it then rallied up to over $1,000 a share. So, I mean, within the last 18 to 24 months, it could be 12.
That's
but I'm
them
not sure.
subscriptions that the Amazon Prime, they always sneaking on people. They
Man.
got me with that Amazon Prime. I had to call them back. Like, hey, man, I need my money back. That's how they get it.
Man, they're geniuses over there, man. I got to be honest, man. Like I said, they buying up other companies. They getting into different markets, man. Amazon is just, if Amazon touch your market, for example, Netflix when now they got the Amazon Prime where you can watch all the movies.
Right.
They're gonna start to take some of that market share from Netflix eventually.
Yeah.
And man, they just destroy everybody.
I believe that they're more innovative than a lot of companies is right now. They're more
I
open
agree.
to doing different things. And
I agree.
So how does one like an entrepreneur, the entrepreneur side of you? How do you try to stay ahead of the curve and try to stay on the new? What kind of research do you do with that?
For me, I kind of just look at trends, man. I don't follow trends, but I look at trends because I know a lot of people are followers. So you gotta figure out what people like and what's trending right now, and what these, what the people that are in the mainstream, what are they liking right now, because they the ones who kind of influence the population. They do. Exactly. You got these major people that's influencing the population. So if it's a wave that they own right now, you can find a way to go in and innovate and shake up that industry that they own right now. And then I think
Try
that's
to get
an
some
easy
market
way to,
shares
yeah,
out of
that's
it.
an easy way to make some money. Yeah.
Yeah, that's the whole thing right now. Cause my main thing is with what I'm doing is I done seen Kansas City scene has been lacking radio station that is fully committed to the community.
Absolutely.
I think right now the one that we do have has disconnected from the community. So make sure y'all go and support Fact Radio on the Fact
Absolutely.
Radio
Yes,
page,
sir.
man. We out here grinding, out here doing it, man, trying to spread that knowledge. So why do you think it's important for, as a community, for us to start or to continue to support our local entrepreneurs, rap artists, car salesmen, mechanic? Why is it important for us to support our own community?
I mean, that's the only way to grow. You know what I mean? It's kind of like without the community support, these local businesses are just gonna struggle growing. And I do believe that as a people, we have to just support each other more because we so quick to go take our money and spend it outside of our community versus within our community, that the outside is constantly growing, you know, the different suburbs and different areas of that nature. And we don't spend any money within our own community, and our community continues to suffer. So, you know, it starts with the businesses. If the businesses are healthy, they can make investments within the community, bring up the property values within the community, you know.
Right.
It's all a cycle, you know. It just happens. So the more we support our local businesses, the more they can invest and bring up the community. And at the end, the residents are going to benefit, like I said, whether it's by the increase in their property values, you know, whether it's by, you know, just more businesses around, more areas for them to shop.
That makes a lot of sense, man. I
Yes,
think
sir.
if you listening, boy, we might need to go ahead and go buy some fast Freds when we leave.
Man.
So what are some businesses that you know of out here that you like, all right, I'm cool. And, you know, I mess with Dysfunctional Society, that streetwear, all day, you know what I'm saying? But what are
Yeah.
some businesses that you know, you see out here growing?
Local businesses that I see growing, man.
Dang, that's hard. Ain't
That's
it?
a hard question, man. I've been so busy, you know, building up my own stuff that
Right.
I haven't really got a chance to really dive in too deep. Because, like I said, I like the technology plays, man,
Right.
and different things like that. Some of the more, in my opinion, some stuff that would be looked at as more innovative. But I know I see on LinkedIn and stuff. I see some people doing some major things, but I'm not very connected with them, so I don't really
Right.
know exactly what they got going on. Because, like I said, I just been so focused, man.
Yeah,
I've
so,
been so
would you be
focused.
willing to invest in your own community? Like, let's say if we found some guys like, oh, my people now, you know, I call them Fact Radio Geek Squad. They supercomputer guys.
Yeah.
So as a person, you know, in the community, you know, once you get to the place that you at, what would you look for in someone or in business?
It's funny. That's my end goal, man. I'm actually, you know, my end goal for life would be putting together like my own venture capital or private equity firm where I invest in my people, you know, more specifically African Americans. But I'm open to anybody. But I'm really looking to be able to help make that investment because we have a lot of brilliant people out here. You know, there's a lot of our people who are very smart, very innovative, but the thing that I realize is they lack funding, you
Right.
know. So without funding, it's hard to move your company to the next step. So what I'm trying to do, man, is eventually get my money in a position to where I can turn around and make investments back in the urban core, you know,
Right.
who need the funding. I mean, I think we make up less than 1% of the venture capital money that's out there right now that's being poured in, that's being invested into different businesses, and it's not because we don't have innovative ideas. It's not
Right.
because we're not as smart as our counterparts. It's just because we don't have access to capital.
Yeah,
And
we don't
without
have
the
any.
access to capital, it's hard to grow. It's hard to scale a business.
Yeah, it is. It definitely is. That's straight up knowledge, man. Without the capital, you can't. It's like there's so many people, like especially in the music industry. You know,
Yeah.
it's a lot of dog eat dog in it, but it's like they don't have the opportunity of other communities because we don't have any capital to even invest in. Let's say a
Yeah.
music artist or a
Absolutely,
musical
absolutely.
company.
And speaking on the music industry, man, I feel for a lot of like the celebrities, you know, because a lot of these guys are coming from nothing. You know, for example, like the rap artists and the NBA, NFL players. These guys come from nothing. They touch all that money, man, and I've seen it firsthand, man. These guys blow through that money. They don't invest in anything. They buy
Right.
these nice whips, nice houses, and all that kind of stuff. All the jewelry and all this bad spending problems and bad investments, man, and they go broke. And it's just sad, man. It's a sad sight to see because they got all these millions, and if they were to take all that money and reinvest it back in the community, not saying none of them are doing it, but
Yeah.
the bulk of them ain't doing it.
Some of them
Reinvesting
taking
it.
losses too.
They taking L's, man.
Right.
But
You know,
that's
you
because
got
they
family
don't do-
around you that
Yeah.
don't want to see you, that don't want to. They ain't gonna try to help you. One guy that I did see though, Rick Ross, man, he killing them with that Wingstop, man.
Oh, yeah, most
He got his
definitely,
family
man.
eating. They
Yeah.
they are Wingstop. You know what I mean?
Yeah, man. I don't know if you heard that 444 album. Everybody sleep on one of the hardest tracks on there, and that's that Legacy track where
Legacy.
Jay-Z's talking about leaving a legacy for for his beneficiaries or his heirs.
Right.
So, man, that's a dope track, man. I mean, that's the kind of stuff, that's the kind of mindset we have to get as a community, because we so worried about the right now.
Right.
You know, me, I'm not grinding for myself. I'm grinding for my grandkids right
Right.
now. You know what I mean? I'm trying to leave a legacy behind. You know, it ain't even about me. I think that's why it's so easy for me to go so hard, because I don't even think about it being about me, man. It's about my grandkids, my great grandkids.
Right.
Man, I don't want my family to ever know what poverty feels like again, man. When I'm done, that's my goal, man.
That's it.
That's my
never
goal.
again, man. And
Never
that's
again.
something that's really, really amazing. You know what I mean? That you already have that mindset, and it's hard to get people to see like that. You know what I mean? Because at the end of the day, you know, you can make it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But like you said before, if you can't be able to bring up your community and bring somebody with you, so what kind of message would you give to somebody to help them see that future, or how to look into the future?
Man, the biggest message that I would give to a lot of our people, man, would be simple as this, man. Know your worth, man. Don't be bamboozled thinking that your history only surrounded around slavery, man. Know that your people were great. Know that you come from a great group of individuals, man. Kings and queens, and man, just see the king and queen within yourself, because that's what we really are, man. And the sooner that our people realize that, man, and know they value and know what they bring to the table and know their real potential, man, the sky's the limit. And that's just kind of how I view things, bro.
That's what's up, man. The sky's the limit. Heard it from the guy, Fred Avery. Man, we got to pay the bills, man. We ain't going nowhere. Not just yet. So y'all stay tuned. It's Fact Radio.
Yes, sir.
Save your favorite radio stations by registering on
Trenchtown, as you know, my family history runs deep there. That's the place that my father grew up as a young man.
Now greetings to the world.
Hey, man, you came in late to the studio with Game, man, with that money talk.
Man, appreciate you having me. Really, really appreciate it, bro.
Yeah, that's good, man. I hope somebody was able to listen and gain some information from it. And definitely make sure y'all come out to support. Raise your hands on August 31st down there at the Federal Building in Wyandotte, man. Try to get this get support. You know what I mean? Support.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
And don't forget the fact that it will be bringing jobs to the community, which, you know, maybe one of y'all can benefit from, working for a company that you know is a great family, man, trying to do great things and trying to provide something for these kids, man.
20 to 25 jobs, 20 to 25 jobs, so it's going to be big. It's a big deal.
Yeah, so, man, make sure y'all get out there, raise y'all hand, man, share, man, share the post, man. I know y'all done seen it out there if you tuned in. But, man, before we let you go, gotta let them know, man, what's the baddest radio station coming on right now?
Man, Fact Radio with King Dave.
Man, y'all make sure y'all stay tuned, man. 5 p.m. We kicking it off with the Cracker and Honky Show. It's been crazy, man. Thank you for coming through, Fred. Shout out to everybody, man.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Appreciate everybody having me.
Let's go. Gotta play my cut.
Even when you start acting like a fool, you know I'm loving every single thing you do.
Fucking you made me proud of me, cause I know that you doubted me. Even told me I would never get with you, told me I could never get with you. But this pride in me wouldn't let you slide by me. That's when I came back round. I played my game with no respect. I finessed you to make me seem down, but I finessed you, was all a stressor. I was young nigga messed up, fucked your head up, shoulda never came round. You let me in and I let you down. I was wrong cause I fought up the game, baby. Your name crazy in the streets, got them saying things. My pride was the cause of it all. I apologize for the flaws in it all, wrongs in it all. Cause You and me always be tight. Emily, every single day. And even when the stars acting like a fool, somehow I always can fall back on you. And I'm not proud, ain't always like myself. It's hurting you more than anybody else. So every day what I try not to do is let my pride get between me. Baby, I should've listened when you told me I would do better as a homie, yeah. Right there I should've took it all, but pride was balking on me. I shouldn't make excuses now, cause I know that it's useless now. You know what the truth is now. You swear you know how I do shit now. So I'll be gone to November, talking old Timberlands in the winter. With this 5 on my side and my 40. You moved on, but you're still on my shorty. I don't wanna lie because I'm right with you. You always pick me up, I don't get you. I've been trying to find your heart, I'm still trying. You can find someone else, but you're still mine. You and me always be tight. Emily, every single day. And even when the stars acting like a fool, somehow I always